Welcome to Wildcard on CBSNews.com. This week's footage, which was selected by some especially bored Facebook friends, involves lots of Guinness, some dorky dancing, and a congressional committee that's full of crap. This man is happy. Why? Because he's just set the world record in vertical running, which looks a lot like falling, only with a harness, which, let's face it, kinda takes away some of the edge. Nonetheless, almost 1,000 people turned out on the streets of Sweden to watch Tony Berglund become the fastest man to run down the side of a building. Berglund credited his training and the support of his fellow Swedes for his world-class victory. Personally, I think gravity did most of the work. Some may think that Sioux City, Iowa was built on the backs of baguette-loving French fur traders. But recently, a more lively historical narrative has been making the rounds. Someone at the Board of Tourism, armed with a flip cam and a tragic love of 80s hair bands, got everyone from first responders to underage cheerleaders to join in the ditty, highlighting the town's attractions. Like, this bridge, and, yeah, that thing there. The video has received mixed reviews, one person even calling it the worst thing to happen to the internet ever. But Sioux City does have one fan. They're no Paris, Texas, but at least they've got Bret Michaels and a sense of humor.
Sioux City does rock.
In the battle for regional dominance, Lebanon proved that it can really dish it out, at least when it comes to chickpeas. In the past few months, Israel and Lebanon have been mired in a contentious legal battle over who is the true originator of two of the region's most prolific dishes, hummus and falafel. Lebanon claims Israel is taking credit for its regional cuisine and has even threatened to sue the nation in international patent court. Israel is holding its ground, but it may have bitten off more than it can chew. Lebanon landed a major victory by setting two simultaneous world records, one for the largest bowl of hummus and the other for the most falafel. Over 1,000 pounds of the stuff. I'm not sure if chickpeas are grown or pickled or cultured in some sort of lab, but the Israelis had better get gathering if they're hoping to stay in the game. Israel may have U.S. military support, but Lebanon has a lot of balls. From the Middle East, we go back to Iowa, where a collection of cloggers in the town of Pella set out to break a different type of record, along with the stereotype that only the Dutch look good in wooden shoes.
It's exciting. I can't believe how many people we got here.
The fact is that not even the Dutch look good in wooden shoes. But no matter. Olga and Sven and Steve clogged their way into the Guinness Book in one of the nerdiest ways imaginable. And finally today on the Hill, a bipartisan committee is pushing for legislation to stall. Ladies' restroom stalls, that is.
The fact that many federal buildings do not provide as many restroom facilities for women as they do for men is simply unfair.
H.R. 4869, also known as the Potty Parity Act, is a bill designed to mandate an equal number of men's and women's facilities in all federal ones.
The passage of this bill would be a milestone in the path towards true gender parity.
The hearing, streamed out over the committee's YouTube channel, was full of anecdotal outrage.
To avoid using inadequate restroom facilities, women oftentimes forego eating or drinking and will often hold it, which poses problems.
In a place where legislative clogs often stop up the works, this committee can take great pride in a nice, healthy bill movement. For Wildcard on CBSNews.com, I'm Christina Ruffini, hoping your Friday is flush with excitement. Wash your hands.